Democrats are ruined. James Comey just ended all Russian lies with one brutal fact. Today we finally got some real answers from the FBI about the Russian election hacking. Now Democrats are freaking out over what James Comey revealed. They are so screwed. The Democrats decided to ask Comey straight up, did Russia make any attempt to hack the electoral system? That's when Comey and NSA Director Michael S. Rogers dropped this bombshell on them: there is no evidence of Russia making any attempt to hack our voting process. Ouch. But what about all the claims that Hillary Clinton won and Russia hacked the election? I mean, sure, we already knew that they didn't succeed, but this is saying there was no attempt at all. Oh, and to put icing on the cake, Comey also revealed one key piece of info that totally discredits everything the Democrats claimed. According to the FBI's investigation, Russia was not trying to help Donald Trump win. Putin thought Hillary Clinton, who he hated, was gonna win because of all the polls and was supposedly working to sabotage her as president. That means that Trump was voted in by the American people 100%. We need to help President Donald Trump set the record straight once and for all and let the world know that James Comey said the Democrats are full of it. Brutal. Gowdy just drilled James Comey and gave him a lesson he will never forget. Gowdy isn't the type to sugarcoat his views, and he was just as straightforward as ever this morning when questioning FBI Director James Comey. Gowdy drilled Comey about the investigation into the leak of intelligence to the media. Gowdy even reminded James Comey that Obama officials who leaked information to hurt President Trump can face 10 years in prison. Rep. Gowdy: I thought it was against the law to disseminate classified information. Is it? Director Comey: oh yes. It's a serious crime. Gowdy seems to be more upset about these intel leaks at the FBI director, and you can see his frustration mount as Comey dances around the questions. Comey tries to hide behind the idea that if he confirms the investigation, he will be confirming that confidential information was in fact leaked and therefore be compounding the crime itself. But this excuse doesn't hold water with Gowdy, as he tries to convey to Comey just how important it is for the American people to know that such crimes are being investigated. Gowdy even warns Comey that if he doesn't take this invasion of privacy seriously, he may be the next victim. It's good to know that Gowdy is passionate about protecting the American people, even if the director of the FBI doesn't seem to. Congratulations! Eric Trump and his wife just made a massive announcement. Eric Trump and his wife said today that they are expecting their first child. Eric Trump and Lara Trump are expecting their first child in September. We found out on my birthday, which was pretty cool, Eric, 33, tells People. Lara is in her second trimester and says that she feels great now after a rough couple of months. I was exhausted in the beginning, she says. It surprised me, because I'm a very active person, and until the fatigue hit, I didn't believe it would actually happen to me. She then said, it really affected me. But I'm feeling really good now. This is Donald Trump's 9th grandchild. Give Eric Trump a congratulations in the comments. He is going to need it when that baby is born. You all know what I'm saying. God bless the Trumps and all their children. They are gonna help make this country great again when they grow up. H/TE on. Amazing. The media does not want you to see what this 11-year-old said about Trump. This video via an 11-year-old Trump supporter named Jennifer Lawrence shows that the media is full of crap. This interview was taken by the America First Project. This video was recently shared on Tianxinwen, QQ.com, news in China, but it has never been shared by the media in the US. Isn't it a shame when the Chinese are doing a better job than our journalists? Meet Millie. She gave an incredible interview praising Donald Trump. So one day I was at home watching the TV. This is before the election sort of began, and then there was this guy. He talked about all the issues we were facing, all the problems. Okay, that's normal, every politician does that. Then something extraordinary happened. He said how to fix them. And you know that is amazing. No politician ever says how to fix them. Maybe some do, but you know they don't really mean it. You know they're all talk, no action. The entire interview was then translated and shared in Chinese via Tingzhen Xinwen. This little dynamo is now famous across the world, but she is not famous here in the United States. This girl is awesome. That's why we need to make this girl famous in America. Share this video right now, patriots. God bless all our Trump supporters. No matter how young they are. H/T The Gateway Pundit. Hell frickin' yes. In his first 2 months in office, Trump did the one thing that Obama never could. Trump has now officially reduced the debt by $100 billion since Obama increased the debt by $400 billion. That's a $500 billion difference. Are you tired of winning yet? On January 20th, the day after Trump's inauguration, the U.S. debt stood at $19,947 billion. By March 16th, the most recent U.S. debt stands at $19,846 billion. That means that Trump has cut the U.S. debt by $100 billion and 0.5% in the very first month since his inauguration. President Trump has increased the debt burden by $400 billion after his inauguration in March 19, 2009. This happened in his first 2 months in office. Obama increased our debt by 3.9% during his first stimulus bill. It was a colossal failure. This comes 1 month after Trump cut the U.S. debt by $12 billion. It is now at $100 billion. We will never stop winning. H/T The Gateway Pundit. We can't stop winning, winning and winning, patriots. If you love Donald Trump, share this article on your wall right away. Phew. God bless our president. OMG. What Trump did for this man in white proves that he's the best president ever. President Trump stopped his motorcade on Friday to greet supporters while on his way to Mar-a-Lago. He then invited them over to the Winter White House to meet him. Check out this awesome picture. Look at the guy on the far left. This is his story via Reddit. For about a year, we've been sign waving to rally local support for Trump with the FL Trump Street team. http://twitter.com/chatrevolve, and other local patriots. We fought hard to win Florida and we never gave up hope, even when the media was trying to psychologically defeat us all and make us think there was no chance of winning. We campaigned up until the very last day at the early voting poll locations. A number of local centipedes are gathered to welcome President Trump whenever he flies home to Palm Beach. And yesterday there was a small group of hardcore supporters who waited all afternoon to show our support for him as he returned back to Mar-a-Lago from Trump International Golf Club. Hell yes! This is why he is the people's president. Here's all of us shortly before the president drove by, then check out what Trump did. Shortly after this pic was taken, his motorcade passed by and a white van pulled up and 2 White House staffers said that the president wanted to meet them. How great! Here's a video from inside the van. According to the staffer that picked them up, President Trump liked their God Bless Trump sign. She said that security led them into the grand ballroom. The president walked in with Steve Bannon and Trump met with all of them. Trump talked to them like, you guys get it. He then trashed fake news and how they distorted his meeting with Angela Merkel. Then he got to meet Steve Bannon and thank him for the tremendous job he is doing on strategy and for crafting the powerful messaging we needed to win. He left off the story with the following quote, "What's so amazing about Trump is his historic courage and his sense of empathy. Even though Mr. Trump is unimaginably wealthy and now sits as the most powerful of all the globalist elites, he has never forgotten his roots, still sees himself as a hardworking American patriot, and he still cares about normal people. When he says the America's forgotten men and women will never be forgotten again, believe him. Share this if you love Trump. He is such a great leader and will make this country great again. H/T. What Neil Gorsuch just did on live TV shocked everyone. This proves Trump made the right pick for SCOTUS. One of the most important decisions a president will make is who he will nominate as the next Supreme Court justice. It's clear that President Trump knew what he was doing when he chose Neil Gorsuch. Gorsuch is a man of integrity, and that was proven today when Gorsuch surprised everyone and had a heartfelt moment with his wife. Right in the middle of his confirmation hearing, Neil Gorsuch stopped everything and professed his love. "I could not even attempt to do this without Louise, my wife of over 20 years. The sacrifices she has made and her open and giving heart that leave me in awe. I love you so much," Gorsuch said. It's clear that Neil Gorsuch's strong and loving marriage has inspired him to become the man he is today. Just like our president, Gorsuch is a man with heart, and you don't see that very often these days. Neil Gorsuch is a loyal man, and he will remain just as loyal to the laws of this country. Great pick, Mr. President. Cleared. What James Comey just confirmed about Trump and Russia should shut Democrats up for good. Democrats have been pushing the narrative that President Trump only won the election because he was working with the Russians. Well, that claim was shot down today by the director of the FBI, James Comey. James Comey officially confirmed that there is no evidence of collusion between President Trump and Russia. When asked if former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper was wrong for saying that there was no evidence of Trump colluding with Russia, James Comey admits that Clapper was right. Here is the one-minute exchange that the liberal media is conveniently ignoring. "Democrats have tried every way possible to delegitimize our president, but no matter how hard they try, they keep coming up empty-handed. Did Russia expose some of Hillary's dirty secrets? Yes. But had she not been lying to the American people, there would have been nothing to expose. President Trump won this election fair and square, and Democrats can't stand it. The media has ignored this exchange because it clears Trump's name, but they can't hide the truth forever. We the people won't stop fighting and exposing the truth for our president."